Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to season 2 of Everything Happens for a Reason, but what the fuck? And today I am trying something new that my friend, shout out to Clay Brubaker Films, go check his videos out. He suggested that I start recording something. So we're going to try it out. I'm going to see how it goes and hopefully it works out fine. But uh, like I said, this is episode 1 of season 2, and I'm usually a script girl. I usually kind of write down what I want to talk about and put it on a script because if not, I'll go crazy. But I'm going to try something new out. I really haven't been enjoying what I've been producing, and so I need to start enjoying myself a little bit more. So we're just going to roll with it. I'm going to talk kind of about like what's been going on in my life lately. Lately, honestly, it's not been easy. Like, I'm going to be for real. Like, moving to a new state obviously is not easy. And when I'm in I'm in real estate. So, like, you're starting up with creating your own completely new, like, list of people. And I often tell people, like, I'm the person that's supposed to give advice. So I'm always thinking, like, you know, my life's great, my life's fine, but it's not. Like, it's not perfect. And I think that people should know that it's okay to feel like you're failing sometimes. Like, it's okay to feel like you're in an endless cycle that you're going down, but it's just learning to kind of get better each time something hits you and pushes you down. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about anxiety today. I've always been like a worrier, even as a kid. Like, I was always that kid that was like worried about if I went to my grandma's house to stay the night that my parents were going to die. Like, I'm not even joking you. Even at like age 10, I had this problem. And I'm always worried about like something bad happening if I go somewhere or try something new. And I thought I was just like a weirdo. Like, I thought like I was the only one going through that, but I couldn't be more wrong. Like, I realized that people deal with that on a daily basis, that I'm not the only one that struggles with worry and anxiety. And it's completely normal to feel like your world's falling apart. So it is normal, but I'm trying to get better at it because it's not a healthy way to live. So I've started to kind of um, gauge my like fear level. Like, I'm trying to I don't know how to explain. Like, I'm trying to get better at understanding that I'm okay to be worried about stuff, but I also am trying to not freak myself out. So if something like throws me off, I have a really bad habit of like throwing the towel in and being like, the world's ending, my life sucks. But I'm trying to get better. Sorry. That was funny to me. Maybe not someone else. But I'm just trying to get better at like learning how to cope with things and moving on because I've learned quickly that life is fucking hard. It's tough. Like, it really is. So, I don't know. I'm just learning to kind of gauge the level of seriousness and something that helped me. And I did this to Keith the other day too. But Keith's my fiance, if you don't know that. He's been on like a podcast that I've done so far. But anyway, and I said, okay, list the things you're stressed about. And it was like, like just the basic things like, oh, I'm worried that this isn't going to work out. I feel like I'm failing. I feel like I'm not doing something right. Am I doing the right thing? All this fun stuff. And so after he listed all that stuff off, I said, okay, that's fine. Now tell me one way, just need one way that stressing out about is going to help you right now. And he couldn't find anything to say. And, a lot of times you can always find something. You're like, well, stressing out is kind of, I'm a smart ass. So I was like, well, stressing out kind of prepares me for the worst. So when I stress out about it, I won't be surprised when something bad happens. Not a great way to look at life, but I'm just a smart ass sometimes. But um okay, so what I'm trying to say from that is stressing about something that's freaking you out, like overly exaggerating and like making it worse than it is not helping you out. Like, it is all going to work out the way it's supposed to. And it's hard as hell to hear it like that because honestly, right now, when I'm telling myself this, I'm like, I don't see how it is. Like, I don't see how I'm going to get my goals and my dreams and all this fun stuff. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. And it's okay to literally be so lost and so confused and feel like your world is falling apart at least once a week. It's normal. Like, it's not okay. Like, you should try to avoid it, but don't feel like you're a lost cause if that happens to you. So, with that being said, anxiety is a fun little thing. I didn't realize I didn't have a name for it until like a year ago. I realized that, you know, worrying about death and being afraid of the world ending and being afraid of literally the littlest things of someone judging me and not being able to go into places and not being able to do things because I'm afraid that I'm going to get judged. I guess that's not a normal thing. It's weird because dealt with it my whole life, so whatever. But I don't know. There's not a lot of advice in this because I'm still figuring it out. I'm still figuring out how to cope with anxiety. And I have things that work for me, but it doesn't work for everyone. I try to exercise is a huge thing for me. I try to kind of be exercise, but some days like I don't want to. And it goes along with the thing like even if you don't want to, you need to. Like I don't give myself an option. And it sounds bad, but if I give myself the option, I'm not going to do it. So that's another thing. I don't know. I kind of just go with the flow and it ends up working out. I'm a control freak and I like controlling things, obviously. And so it's hard for me to like let things go and let the universe take care of it. But once I do that, like once I stop worrying so hard about what other people or what things I can't control, I notice that like life starts to be more enjoyable. So I highly suggest that. And another thing is just like I get really nervous about like current events. Like I try to not like follow the news and it's not because I want to be a, incompetent human, but also I know that like if I follow it, it's going to make me nervous. Like I'm going to be upset about it. I'm going to be worried about the world ending or us going to war or whatever the hell it might happen. Like it's going to happen regardless. So why would I spend the time that is, you know, normal worrying about when it's not normal? Does that make sense? Like I'm not gonna spend my whole day worrying about if we're gonna get bombed because then that whole day's ruined. And if it never happens, then you just ruined a day of your life. Like, I don't know. It sounds crazy, but it's my way of thinking of things. So I don't know. That's kind of what I think. Yeah. I am gonna just start acting like myself and not like I am a therapist on this thing because it's about producing something that I like and not about producing something that other people like. If that makes sense? Like not being in a selfish way, but I can be myself and promote things that I believe in and not worry about if it's something that other people believe in. Because I don't need everyone to like what I produce. I just want to like what I produce. So, yeah, that being said, today's episode is a little weird because it's kind of like an intro. I'll probably I don't want to promise anything because I really don't know, but everything will still get produced on Thursdays. Sorry, that's probably going to sound weird. It'll get taken out on Thursdays, but yeah, now you get to see my face if you haven't already seen my face. I started a website this week. I made it from hand, so please go check it out. Like, do me the courtesy of checking it out because it's taken me forever to do. I'm still uploading all the episodes on there, but just please. And then I have an Instagram for Everything Happens for a Reason podcast. And yeah. So this I'm going to start talking more about this, but I feel like I've been on the therapy side of this thing. I just want you guys to be real. Like if you have something that's like pissing you off, comment or send it to me or put it in the survey at the end of the thing and like I'll talk about it. We can do advice things or if you just want to complain about something, complain about it and we'll talk about it and we'll get over it. So, yeah, because everything in life does happen for a reason. It's all going to work out. You're going to be fine. But what the fuck? So, as you got into the world, you might not be the smartest or the funniest or prettiest person, but the one thing you can be is the kindest person in every room. Love you. For more episodes, tune into Spotify at Everything Happens for a Reason, but what the fuck? And if you'd like to follow my Instagram, it's EHFARBWTF_podcast. Go give it a follow, and I hope you enjoy.